The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball.
Play ball!
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Jackson Bush, batting fifth, number 6.
Welcome into the final day of the 2026 District 6 Area 1 Little League Tournament for the 10 to 12 All-Stars here in West Virginia. It's Jefferson versus Hedgesville on tap to become the area runners-up in District 6 and clinch the second spot in the area to next week's district tournament with Martinsburg, the Area 1 champions. Dylan Bishop and Ethan Elliott with you on the call. Our on-site crew, Tyler Strine, Isaiah Horner, and back at the studio, Kyler High and Brady Masters. Ethan, we got just a minute here as they kind of snuck up the beginning of the game on us, where we can, for a minute here, talk about Jefferson and Hedgesville. They faced off earlier in the tournament. A couple days ago, it was a 10-2 victory for Jefferson to be able to move forward to that area championship game against Martinsburg where they fell. Teams have kind of changed up the orders and lineups and defense and pitching today, so it should be interesting. If you never know if we'd get a repeat of the first game between them. So this will be an interesting one, Ethan.
Yeah, and I like Henry Stopp pitching for Hedgesville because he's done a great job as a closer the last couple games. When they brought him in, he throws hard, and he throws fast. But Jefferson, the bats are rolling for them, as we've seen this whole tournament. So it'll be an interesting matchup today.
Our pregame show is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. And if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. There's been rain in the forecast pretty much all day as we've gotten closer and closer to game time. The percentages have fallen a bit. There's still a shot at it, but so far we're good for first pitch on time. Let's take a 2-minute break right now, and when we come back, we'll be just about ready for first pitch. This is Little League Baseball on TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You have choices when it comes to...
You are, but... Potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
All right, a few announcements.
Our starting lineups today are brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you. On the Jefferson side, they will lead off hitting in the top of the first. It'll be Paxton Thomas, the shortstop, number 4, leading off, followed by Connor Craze, pitcher, number 50. In the 3 spot, it's center fielder, number 5, Beckett Mason. Cleaning up will be Jackson Bush, first baseman, number 14, followed by extra hitter, number 6, Blake Price. In the 6th spot, it's second baseman, number 23, Miles Mumal. Then it's third baseman, number 00, Asher Blair, followed by Cameron Anders, left fielder, number 9. Then it's Wyatt Horn, extra hitter, number 29, and Levi Jones, the right fielder, number 13, followed by extra hitter, number 2, Archer Torre, and rounding things out is catcher, number 21, Henry Solich. in the next half inning. We'll get you the lineup for the side of Hedgesville, but for now we'll get you their starting battery of pitcher Henry Staub throwing to Jacob Burns behind the plate. Our starting batteries are brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced and certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777. Hedgesville takes the field for the top of the first. Their defense behind the starting pitcher Henry Staub will be Bryce Murphy at third, Jackson Campanelli at short, J.P. Kaplan at second, and Parker Markley at first. And their outfield left to right is Braxton Whittington, Braylon Harper, and Bowen Stoll. Ethan, this is a good one. You know, it wasn't a very competitive final score between these two first time around, but they really changed things up with the order, the defense. Hedgesville moving Braylon Harper and Jackson Campanelli, swapping them between shortstop and center field. Harper did make 2 or 3 errors yesterday against South Berkeley, so they moved him to the outfield. In the center field, Braxton Whittington played the infield as well for Hedgesville before, so they moved him out to left field. Seems like they want to kind of lock down those outfielders, get your best 9 out there. As you see, like Colton Wilson, Colton Hay, the extra hitters down at the end of the lineup, played some outfield, but now they're starting to go to these, kind of their go-to guys in these go-to positions of the outfield. Just trying to get as few mistakes as possible in this one.
Yeah, definitely, and I think you got to when it comes down to eliminating winner go home, winner advance. And that even comes down to the pitching stop. It's the right decision, as we've seen. So, yeah, you just got to put your best guys out there and hope for the best, especially against this good of a Jefferson team.
Now batting number 4.
Paxton Thomas is about to step up to start at the top of the first. Brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home proudly serving the area since 1880. Paxton Thomas pitched a gem in the first game against Jefferson. On the mound, he's going to pop this one up. He hit a home run in that game as well. This one's just going to be a softly hit fly ball to right center, brought in by Bowen Stoll for the first out.
Number 50,
that was our first pitch, and it was brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Connor Craze will follow. He got himself 2 home runs in the first game against Hedgesville. He was behind the plate. Today he'll be on the mound to start off this one. Stop. Throws, and this is grounded over to third base, and Bryce Murphy fires across the diamond for the second out.
Now batting number 5, Beckett Mason.
I like the aggression from Jefferson already. Swinging the bats. That's good to see.
They had the bats going in that first game against Hedgesville. They not really so much against Martinsburg. Martinsburg was able to hold them to 1 run in that area championship game. In a 4-1 affair, really are pretty, I'd say by far, our lowest scoring in total for the day. I guess there was a 6-0 game to start us off on Thursday, but 4-1, it was a tightly contested affair. Runs were at a premium, and I wouldn't doubt it if that's the case today as well, as Mason checks his swing and fouls it off for, I was going to say strike 2. Scoreboard says it's 1-1. I think that's correct. Mason hits this one in the air, and snow coning it into the glove is J.P. Kaplan at second. And that's a quick 3-up, 3-down for Henry Staub in the top of the first. Jefferson goes quietly, so we'll go to the bottom of the inning, and Hedgesville will be at bat for the first time. Let's take 60 seconds and come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
The Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg is looking for joyful, dedicated primary lead teachers for grades K through 4 to join our vibrant team for the 2026-27 academic year. We're searching for educators who believe in more than just lesson plans, teachers who inspire a love of learning, build confidence, and weave biblical truth into every subject. At TCCA, we offer so much more than a classroom. With a 100-acre campus full of outdoor adventures, daily research-based agriculture classes unlike any school in the state, movement-based instruction, equestrian education, and bi-weekly student choice clubs, and a Christ-centered classical education that connects learning to real life. Our students don't just thrive, they flourish, and so do our teachers. If you're passionate about laying a strong foundation for young learners and want to be part of something bigger, we'd love to hear from you. Email your resume to Rachel Hull at RachelHullTCCA@outlook.com. That's Rachel Hull TCCA@outlook.com to apply or learn more. The Classical Christian Academy is located at 7192 Arden Noble Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25403.
Welcome back for the bottom of the first on TV 10, brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area, call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-263-4222 or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Connor Craze will start for Jefferson, throwing to Henry Solich behind the plate. Hedgesville's lineup here in the bottom of the first. They'll start off with Jacob Burns, catcher number 21, followed by Bowen Stoll, right fielder number 27, then Henry Stoff, the pitcher number 17. In the cleanup spot, it's Braxton Whittington, left fielder number 78. Then Noah Myers, extra hitter number 5, and Braylon Harper, center fielder number 11 in the 6th spot. He'll be followed by shortstop number 3, Jackson Campanelli, second baseman number 1, J.P. Kaplan, third baseman number 24, Bryce Murphy. In the 10th spot, it's first baseman number 2, Parker Markley. And rounding out the lineup is extra hitters, number 10 and number 6, Colton Wilson and Colton Hay, as the first pitch from Craze is low for ball 1. And that will be ball 2 to follow as well. Here's your 2-0. That's 3 in a row out of the zone, ball 3. Defense behind Craze, Asher Blair at third, Paxton Thomas at short, Miles Mumaw at second, and Jackson Bush at first. And your outfield left to right is Cameron Anders, Beckett Mason, and Levi Jones. 3-0 does get over for a strike. Next pitch to follow, Burns fouls it away. And Ethan Burns just swinging at anything close that time.
Yeah, started as a 3-0 count. Craze, I thought when he got that first strike, I think the look on his face was, I think I've thrown that same pitch in the sequence type of look. But
full count, coming back, 3 straight strikes to send down Jacob Burns for the first out.
Now batting number 27, Bo Stoll.
Bowen Stoll will be second in the order for Hedgesville. Playing right field today after the rest of the tournament he's been in the left for most of it. Frey starts with a strike. Player playing even with the bag at third, and Stoll will take a big cut at one around the eyes.
And it's going to be interesting to see Craze pitch today, because at least what I've known him for, and probably anybody watching this tournament, was the 2 home run game and the fact how well he hits the ball. And he's a great catcher, too, that we've seen this whole time, because errors are huge and not letting balls get by him is a huge part of his game.
Here's 2-1. Stoll hits that one over to left field, and it's just barely foul. Would have been a perfectly placed ball right over the head of Asher Blair, but just hits the white. It's 2-2. What?
Now batting number 17.
Looks like they're saying it was fair.
Stop.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. So did, so Stoll, okay, yeah, he does reach first base. Wow, I first thought that was going to be called a foul ball.
So did I.
Well, that's our mistake there. That means that Staub is up with a runner on first and one out. And this is hit off the end of the bat. Soft. Thomas to short. Gets it in time for his only play that he had at first for the second out. Make that a 6-4 fielder's choice, and now it's a runner on second with 2 outs. Braxton Whittington. He's made a strong case of the Hedgesville MVP of the tournament so far with 5 RBIs, 4 of them all in one game, as this wild pitch is going to let Stowell move up to third.
Yeah, he definitely has for this Hedgesville team. I think he was given player of the game with their win, if I'm correct.
Colton gave him one, for yesterday. The 1-0. That one bounces to the backstop, but no movement trying to go home. Wasn't quite clear enough to risk that one. Crazel ready with the 2-0. Another soft contact. And a little bobble from Craze as it's hit right back to him, but he throws it over to first in plenty of time for the third and final out of the bottom of the first. Hedgesville leaves one stranded on third. So we go to the second inning still, well, we got 1 run up on the board. Then past that, let's just go ahead, 60-second break, come back with the second inning of this Little League Baseball on TV 10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
We're back for the top of the second here on TV 10, brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Burke. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. 0-0 here as we start the top of the second inning. Jefferson will try to get up on the board after they went 3 up, 3 down. Jackson Bush, cleanup hitter, will step up. This one out of the zone, ball 2. Bush will watch this one go for a strike. Staub will throw his 16th pitch here at 2-1. That's fired over the outside corner for strike 2. Staub trying to continue his success on the mound. Fires that one just a bit low and outside. Makes it a full count. And that payoff pitch will go outside for ball 4. So there's Jefferson's first base runner of the day.
Batting number 6,
Bush with the art of patience right there. Didn't swing the bat at all on all 6 pitches. Worked out for him.
Yeah. This brings up Blake Price. Staub motions to Murphy to scoot up about even with the bag. Maybe feared a bunt attempt. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Price doesn't square around. This is a check swing that's popped up. Playable. Diving catch from first baseman Parker Markley. Laying out for that one. Blake Price goes down for the first out of the second.
I think we might have to send that up to ESPN for top 10 this week. Tyler, did you get that?
Now batting number 23, Miles Mumaw.
This will be the 15th pitch for Staub up on the mound in the second inning of work. Mumaw will square around, pulls it back pretty quickly, watches it go inside for a ball. Mumaw calls time, looks down at his wrist to make sure he understands what call his coach just gave him. Now stepping back in, the 1-0. And that's past the catcher, just away a little bit. That's going to let Bush move up to second. Seen the pass balls and wild pitches have been contributing factor for big endings for pretty much every team in these tournaments. Yeah, especially this weekend.
Yeah, it's a huge factor at this age group. That's why I was giving Craze the props for the job that he's done behind the plate, and it just shows how important that it is.
3-0. Staub does get that one over for strike. Asher Blair will follow on deck. 3-1. Mumaw just a bit foul. Count goes full. The runner on second and just one out. Staub looking for another clean inning. Strikeout would do him wonders here. And Mumaw wants to avoid that, and he's going to swing at anything close. Fouls this one off. Another 3-2. Called strike three. Right on that low outside corner. I don't think Mumaw liked the call, but that's strike three. Out number 2.
0-0, Asher Blair.
Either that or maybe he was just frustrated with himself. He left the bat on the shoulder.
Yeah, either way, he's in the dugout now, Dylan. So
brings up Asher Blair. 2 outs now in the inning. First pitch gets over for a strike. Bush pretty aggressive out on second base. Trying to force a throw back there at some point potentially. Here's the 0-1. That's a wild pitch. That does get past the glove of Burns, and he will move to third. Does Bush from second.
Yeah, if you're Hedgesville, you got to limit these mistakes with the pass balls, because you're one bad pass ball away from Jefferson being up 1-0.
Next pitch, this is going to be hit over towards the first base side. Getting it and tossing it to his first baseman is J.P. Kaplan. Good range to make sure that one doesn't go into right field. And that'll keep the game scoreless. Through 1.5. Here from Cooper Field at Hedgesville, still no score. Trying to decide who joins Martinsburg from Area 1 in the district tournament. This is Little League Baseball on TV 10. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon & Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers. Or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
This Little League International Tournament game is presented by TV10 under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without express written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at littleleague.org. We're moving to the bottom of the second inning here on TV10. Jefferson will pitch again to Hedgesville. First up is Noah Myers in the 5 spot for Hedgesville. Myers the other way with it, but foul down the line. Craze pitches with the 1-1, and that's just a bit outside from my angle. I thought maybe it caught the black for strike 2. It moves to 2-1. And now the count evens up. Myers a little behind it again, making it 2-2. He's got to catch up to that fastball, Ethan.
Yeah, he does. Surprised the ump didn't call that one fair.
Here's your 2-2. Myers again over to the third base side. It's fair this time.
Fair.
Is Blair going to have enough time? No, he isn't. Myers beats it. As that
now batting number 11.
Took a little too long to get to Blair. He had to kind of wind up to get it out of his hand. And only a 60-foot diamond. So Myers beats it out for an infield single.
Yeah, those plays are really hard on the 60-foot diamond, especially for these 12-year-olds too. 10 to 12-year-olds. It's a hard play for them to make.
Ball to Braylon Harper to start. And sometimes you might think these are all 12-year-olds, but you could be like Jace Brown last year for Martinsburg, making the All-Star team as a 10-year-old. Harper takes a strike, making it 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing at 10, but I definitely wasn't on the All-Star team, so...
I wasn't on it on 10, 11, or 12. Here's 1-1. Harper squares around, tries to get the bunt down, but fouls it over towards the dugout. He's frustrated with himself. You can see, bottom of the second, team's already trying to manufacture runs when they get guys on base. Both teams have saved a pitcher pretty much for this last day of the tournament. Yeah. Staub made a couple of relief appearances, but that was it. Harper almost gets nailed in the head by this one. He has to duck out of the way. Myers gets the move up on the wild pitch. Craze comes back. Big cut and miss. Strike 3. Harper slams the bat against the turf as he goes back to the dugout. Second K for Connor Craze.
Now batting number 3, Jackson Campanelli.
Those don't join 2 K's in his name, by the way. It's Connor Craze with a C, with 2 C's. But now he's got 2 K's. Yeah. Jackson Campanelli will take a first pitch strike. Campanelli playing short today after holding down center field the rest of the tournament. He's going to pop this one up to center field. Pretty medium depth, way up high in the air. Plenty of time for Beckett Mason to move under it for the second out.
Yeah, smart decision for Myers not to run on that and listen to his third base coach, because I think he would have been gunned.
J.P. Kaplan is next, second baseman for Hedgesville. First pitch swinging. Right at Beckett Mason again. Not nearly as high, but this is on a line to him for out number 3. Pitcher's duel through 2 innings. No score for either side. Jefferson and Hedgesville fighting for the last spot from Area 1 in the district tournament. Let's take 60 seconds, come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Welcome back to Little League Baseball on TV 10, our top of the third, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Previous half inning brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department, Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly
Now
Court
batting number
in
9,
Martinsburg.
Cameron Anders.
Tyler High, Brady Masters back at the studio. Tyler Strine behind the TV 10 camera. Dylan Bishop, Ethan Elliott, and now joining us on the call, Isaiah Horner, making a 3-man booth with us up here as first pitch to Cameron Anders to start the third inning is taken for a ball. Isaiah, good to have you on the call with us.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
It would help if I turned your mic up. Second pitch is ball 2. Isaiah was a cameraman for TV 10 before he went to college. Now he's done with college. He's a Chanticleer, a graduated one. And now it's a 2-1 count. Staub works his way back after 2 straight out of the zone. And that 2-1 is ball 3. The Anders, Horn, and Levi Jones due up for Jefferson. And now ball 4 puts Anders on
now
first base.
Number 29, Wyatt Horn.
Isaiah, the runs, the base runners in general have been hard to come by here so far.
They have. Hedgesville just trying to keep everything in front of the home plate here. A lot of pass balls past couple innings, so no outs, running on first, keep the ball in play.
And squaring around the bunt, pulling it back is Wyatt Horn. And, yeah, when base runners have gotten on, both pitchers today have had a little bit of a time with the ball getting to the backstop or catcher missing 1 or 2. Here's another one pulled back on the bunt attempt way inside. That time it was a good job by Burns to keep that one from the backstop. Horn squares around early. Murphy coming in from third. Bunt's pulled back again. Umpire says it was high for ball 3, so stop. Ethan, he's been a little erratic here to start the third inning.
Yeah, he looked really good through the first 2. But right now in the third, 7 straight balls. Make it 8 straight balls. and 2 runners on now. It's getting dangerous, and it looks like we might see a mound visit here in a second.
Yep, Hedgesville coach coming out to talk to his pitcher. Stop now up to 33 pitches with no outs here in the third. 2 strong innings of work. We've seen him be a powerful pitcher earlier in the tournament, but he's kind of just come in as a closer. Once game was already done, he came in at the end against Jefferson. Then he really closed it out against South Berkeley yesterday when the lead got cut to 2. So we're seeing him. They're trying to get him to go the distance here. I believe Bryce Murphy is available.
Yeah, and with Stop, I think the most we've seen him through the 2 games that he's pitched is maybe 22 pitches was his max.
He might have been under 20 pitches both times.
He
could have pitched the next day if he needed to.
So
he pitched yesterday, so he was definitely under 20 yesterday.
And it looks like this mound visit was really just to calm him down, as they're not switching. So just to calm his nerves a little bit with 2 runners on, no outs. This is where he needs to lock in and throw some strikes.
Jones will square around and bunt, but pulls back at another one out of the zone. This time it will square around. This time it is a strike. And Jones probably should have tried to go after that one. Staub hasn't been given him much to bunt at yet. Here's your 1-1. Jones can't get it down that time. Here's your 1-2. Stop. That one bounces. Burns able to keep it in front. It's now 2-2. Jones will ready from the left side of the plate again. Here's your 2-2. And that's a foul ball. So Jones down at the 10 spot in the order, guys, is doing a good job of making the pitcher work.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job doing, especially when stops.
That 2-2, Jones thought about going around, and he kind of the knee buckled a little bit. It almost made him swing through the zone, but it's ball 3. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. I don't think Jones agrees, but that's been the case with both Jefferson strikeouts so far.
Now batting
that's out number 1.
Archer Tor.
I think we saw that in the first game against Jefferson, against Hedgesville, where Jefferson was getting frustrated with some calls.
Yeah, they were getting really frustrated with some calls.
The game ended up going their way. First pitch strike to Torre, and Isaiah. These kids at this level, they're going to get emotional a little quicker sometimes, so got to try to let the umpires, they call what they're going to call, you know?
To Sage, it's a learning experience for these kids, so got to learn to deal with the strikes and the balls, just play the game.
This is 2 strikes in a row to Torre. He's going to hit this one fair territory. Murphy going to go to third with it. It's thrown wide of Markley at first. Jefferson's going to get 1 run in. Wyatt Horn thinks about home, thinks differently, and I'd say thinks better of it in the end. But Cameron Anders is the first run of the game, making it 1-0 Jefferson.
Now batting number 21, Henry Solich.
Murphy had a nice pickup at third, but just a little wide of, he has had Staub, a much bigger target as the first baseman for most of the rest of this tournament. But Markley, that was just, he's a lot shorter over there, so I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, but it was wide regardless. I think we definitely have an appeal. Let's see, a quick conference between home plate umpire and third base umpire. Doesn't seem like anything's coming of it. Henry Solich tries to get the bunt down. It looked like he might have slipped a little bit as he tried to lay it down, but he misses at strike one. Solich is the bottom of the order for Jefferson. He had been the leadoff hitter in the rest of this tournament for Jefferson, so they went with a second leadoff. Trying to make sure they can flip over the lineup. Well, this is a perfectly laid bunt right in the foul line, and then curving fair gets in a second run for Jefferson, and that's an infield single.
Yeah, can't ask for a better bunt than that. Held up the defense.
Now batting number 4.
Now you got runners on the corners.
Thomas.
2 runs up for Jefferson. First earned run after the error drove in the first one. Brings up Paxton Thomas. The runners on the corners and 1 out. This is a big chance here for Jefferson to open it up. This is strike one. Next pitch from Staub. This will be strike 2. Paxton Thomas had himself a home run first game against Hedgesville. Pitched really well.
Yeah, we know it. We know what type of power Thomas has. So,
and here's one. Thomas doesn't go around, and runner's going to go, and Jefferson gets this to play out exactly how they wanted it to. As Staub on the throw to second, the ball pops off the glove and into center field. That's going to let Jefferson come home with a third run. Torre making it 3-0.
And that's the danger of having runners on the corner that you were talking about. You can kind of play mind games with the defense there.
Yep. This is a passed ball for a wild pitch. Over to third base goes Solich. And you're right, Isaiah. We've seen throughout this entire tournament multiple teams trying to play that game once they get runners on the corners, trying to force that throw to second. And this is the best I've seen it, kind of, as Tyler next to me used the word bait. It kind of did bait them into it. The 2-2 was fouled off. Three to nothing Jefferson. After we had 2 scoreless innings on both sides, Henry Staub up to 50 pitches. Has now given up 3 runs. Thomas will watch the 2-2 go inside.
Very good at bat here by Thomas, starting down the count 0-2 and working his way back up to a full count and giving his runner a chance to score here.
Still just 1 out. Thomas fouls it off. Connor Craze on deck, had 2 home runs against Hedgesville in the first game of the tournament. All 3 sent out to left center field. It's been a popular spot for all the righties in this tournament with power. Chase Brown put a dent in the scoreboard. Jefferson hit 3 over, and here's ball 4 to Thomas.
Now batting number 50, Connor Craze.
It's the 3rd walk this inning, 4th overall for Staub. Connor Craze will try to open this one up. Staub throwing with power, but he's found it very hard to find the strike zone in this inning. Craze gives this one a ride on a line, on a rope. That's a ground rule double. It skips over the fence just barely. The 1 run scores, make it an RBI ground rule double. Thomas has to hold up at third. He probably would have scored if that just hits off the fence. So a lucky break
Now
in that
batting,
sense.
number 5.
But now it's 4-0
Beckett
with runners
Mason.
on second and third. Mason tries to square around, pulls it back as it's low.
I think the Hedgesville coaching staff needs to come out here and make a pitching change to stop the bleeding here before it gets too bad. And
they're letting Staub go here in this third inning. And next pitch, Burns keeps it as it goes inside for ball 2. Staub has just kind of looked like he lost his confidence or gotten a little tired as he's going further than he has in the rest of this tournament. Another one really far inside on the bunt attempt. Another ball will load the bases. And it would load him for your cleanup hitter. This one is strike 1. Mason squared up, but not sure he ever was serious about laying it down on 3-0. On 3-1, he does lay it down. The squeeze attempt. Staub's going to go home, and Thomas is thrown out as Burns blocks the plate. And as that's happening, going over all the way to second is Mason. They got the throw home.
Now batting, number 14, Jackson Bush.
So his heads-up plays all around. A good throw home, but then the base running over to second base.
Yeah, excellent base running there by Mason. Noticed that the catcher still had the ball in his glove and a little tie up at home plate and just kept on moving all the way to second.
That's a 1-2 fielder's choice. Looks like we do have a little conference with the umpires here.
They're trying to say so that's an easy one because they were tangled here, so guy on second might be first.
So I think they are debating whether he should be allowed to have taken second base there, as there was kind of the collision at the plate. Maybe time was called, should have been called, considered a dead ball. It's understandable. He did kind of take off late for second base.
It's understandable, but if the umpire also doesn't make the declare of the call either, it's a little hard to tell the kid that he can't move on to second base there. But totally understand Hedgesville's coaching to talk to the umpire about this one.
Doesn't look like they're changing the call. So they are indeed not. So it's now 2 outs with the runners on second and third for Jackson Bush. He's squaring around. This is missed for a ball. I wonder if this is to say that we think we can beat him out over to first base. We're going to make you prove that you can throw it over there accurately and in time. But also, Staub has to get one in the zone. I wonder if they're also, maybe the squaring around is trying to throw him off and throw off his command. (2-0). Ready to say this one caught the outside corner for strike 1. Next pitch on a line, one hop over to shortstop. Campanelli bobbles, not in time over to first. Craze double check to make sure he steps on home plate. Does it a second time. It's 5-0 Jefferson.
Now batting, number 6.
They've opened it up
Blake
all here
Price.
in just this third inning. Blake Price next up takes a strike. Here's your 0-1. little high, making it 1-1. And this runs inside, and that's a fast one to hit Price. It looks like he's going to be able to shake it off.
Now batting
Toughen
number
it out,
23,
but now the bases
Miles
are loaded.
Moomaw.
It's just gotten away from Staub. He had it going for those first 2 innings.
There's been a few tight pitches there on the right-handed batters that waiting for a batter to sit there and take one and put some ice on it. But with the heat of Staub, I wouldn't want to stay in the box either.
Moomaw squares around, but with 2 outs, Murphy going to bobble it. That's exactly why Jefferson was willing to lay one down with 2 outs. It works out. It's 6-0.
Now batting 00, Asher Blair.
And Asher Blair comes up as Jefferson has their 12th batter up of the inning. We led off the third with Cameron Anders, and he's on deck once again. Blair taking 2 straight in the zone. It's 0-2. This will be the 70th pitch already for Staub. So he's reaching his limit. 15 more pitches after this one. 0-2. We'll say that one was hot. Staub was a little dejected. Thought he had it. The 1-2 that bounces to the backstop. And Jefferson, Price at second base, thought he could take off, but Bush thought better of it. Next pitch on the ground. It's past Staub, scooped. Not in time from Campanelli, and then he throws it wide of first base as well. 2 runs score. Jefferson leads 8-0.
Now batting number 9, Cameron Anders.
Bush just barely missed it. And Campanelli really, I don't think was going to have time regardless to get that out at first. Throws it wide, and that second run comes in. So here comes Anders. As Jefferson bats around, it's 8-0. And another wild pitch. Stops for a lot of these, throwing it too fast almost. It bounces off the backstop a little bit. And Jefferson's base runners on third can't really make a play for home. One inside. Anders has to get out of the way of that one. He drew a walk to start off this inning. Came around and scored. Next pitch. Cut on. Miss for strike 2. Staub readies and fires inside, ball 3. Staub needs one good pitch here. The 3-2. Got him, strike 3. Anders was ready to go down the first, but it caught the outside corner. Staub finally gets out of the third inning. But Jefferson puts up 8 on the board. And that's the only 8 in this one. 8-0 Jefferson over Hedgesville. And Connor Craze now has a huge lead to work with on the mound, trying to get Jefferson through to the district tournament. Let's take a 60-second break. Come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third on TV 10, which is brought to you by Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit dignitymemorial.com. Jefferson opens up a huge lead in the top of the third. 8 runs.
Now batting number 24,
make it 8-0.
Bryce Murphy.
Dylan Bishop, Ethan Elliott, and Isaiah Horner with you on the call here for TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Kyler Hine, Brady Masters back at the studio, and Tyler Strine behind the TV 10 camera. Bryce Murphy will be the first one up for Hedgesville to try to claw their way back. And this one's really inside. Murphy was frustrated, giving a look out to the pitcher like, man, come on now, don't hit me.
Might charge the mound down 8 points here.
Murphy, Markley, Wilson due up here. Inside ball 3. That's a long layoff, Isaiah, for Craze to have just had up from the last time he pitched.
You're hoping after that inning when he was in the dugout maybe doing some stretches or something to keep that arm warm, but 4 straight balls here.
Yeah, he might be showing a little bit of that
Now
rust.
batting number
Murphy,
2,
4-pitch
Parker
walk to open up
Markley.
the bottom of the third. Parker Markley gets to come up to bat with 1 on and none out. And that pitch near the head.
And you're not going to make this comeback with one swing. It's going to need to be a chip-by-chip comeback. So just to get base runners on is a great start for Hedgesville.
Markley will take a strike. 34 pitches so far for Craze. Stomp at 78. If he does come back out to start the next inning, we'll only have 7 pitches to work with. Markley pops this one up. Jackson Bush ranges over from first to catch it. That's out number 1.
Now batting number 10, Colton Wilson.
Colton Wilson will be followed by Colton Hay if he doesn't double up here. And then it'll be back to the top for Hedgesville. Strike 1 taken. Next pitch fouled away. The 0-2 here as we are at 8-0 in the bottom of the third inning. It's Area 1 runner-up game for District 6 in West Virginia. Another foul ball. The district tournament will be next week, July 1st and 2nd, Wednesday and Thursday over at Oakdale Park. Martinsburg, the Area 1 champions, after defeating Jefferson earlier in the tournament, are awaiting to see who else from the Panhandle here will join them. Here's your 1-2. Big cut and miss, strike 3. Good recovery from Connor Craze in these last 2 batters.
Now batting number 6, Colton Hay.
So, Clearly, guys, the little rust, that long layoff, looked like it affected him for a batter, but then he seems to be back into a little bit of a groove. But that's it. He's at 40 pitches, and Jefferson's going to make a change. So they obviously have a plan in mind, as well as Craze has been pitching. They're going to take him out at 40 pitches on the dot, and see if it looks like somebody from the dugout will be coming up. Oh, it's Jackson Bush from first base changing gloves, and he's going to come in to pitch. So we've seen him look pretty good out on the mound in his previous appearance. Let's go ahead and take a 60-second break. Come back. More Little League Baseball on TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304-LAWYERS, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Our call to the bullpen is brought to you by CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop by and see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-8821. They are moving lives forward. CMA. Jackson Bush will take over after just 40 pitches from Connor Craze, and he pitched well, 2 2/3 innings. He was back in the groove after a leadoff walk in this third inning. He's given up just 2 hits and a walk, and he had struck out 3. But obviously, Jefferson is thinking ahead in this one. They've gone to Bush. Beckett Mason went from center to first base. Henry Solich went from catcher to center. And Craze went from pitching to catching. Connor Hay will step in after the swing at the first pitch. That's down for ball. Next pitch, that's called strike 2. Top of the order follows Hay if Hedgesville can keep the inning going. 1-2 inside. Murphy still on first for Hedgesville. 2-2. This is hit off of Hay. Throw to first. I'm going to say it's safe. Craze, I think, was correctly pointing out. And yes, third base umpire Dave Boyd making the overrule over there, correctly calling it a foul ball as it hit the foot of Hay as he came out of the box. So Hay steps back in and is called out on strikes. Goes down looking at strike 3. First strikeout for Jackson Bush. Sends down Hedgesville. And they stay scoreless. 8-0 Jefferson. As we move to the 4th after the 60-second break. This is Little League Baseball on TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
We move to the top of the fourth inning here on TV 10, which is brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers. Representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years, go to SkinnerWins.com. Dylan Bishop, Isaiah Horner, Ethan Elliott with you on the call. All three of us were kind of surprised to see Henry Staub take the mound again. He only has 7 pitches to work with, but it was a rough third inning where he gave up these 8 runs. Not all of them earned, but 8 on the board regardless. Strike one. Horn, Jones, Torre due up in this half inning. This is fouled away. Next pitch out of the zone. Horn got up last inning, drew a walk. He won't draw one this time. He looks at strike 3.
Now batting number 13.
Fourth strikeout for Staub. They're letting Staub use up his whole pitch count. He's got 3 to work with here against Levi Jones. First one out of the zone, ball 1. Levi Jones struck out looking during that third inning last time up. Next pitch, big cut, missed for strike 1. That does mean that with this next pitch, number 85, it'll be the last batter Staub can face. Make that ball 2. Next pitch. Jones watches it go, and well, that feels like about the 25th time we've seen Jefferson react to a call they didn't like from an umpire in this tournament. Here's your 2-2. Swung and missed. Strike 3. Sent down 2 in a row, and that will end the day for Henry Staub, his 5th strikeout. Ends the day on striking out the last 3 batters he faced. Just had the third inning get away from him.
Yeah, you can imagine the coaches after that last inning gave him a pep talk and came out a little fired up maybe that inning to get 2 out early.
So as they switch pitchers, we'll go ahead and take a 60-second break. And when we come back, Jackson Campanelli will pitch for Hedgesville. This is Little League Baseball on TV 10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hedgesville changes things up after 3 2/3 innings from Henry Staub. He'll be credited with giving up 8 runs. In my scorebook, I have 3 of them as earned runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. And we'll move to Jackson Campanelli. Ethan, we saw really 2 good innings from Staub, which kind of seems like first time or 2 we saw him pitch in this tournament. Only saw him for less than an inning. Started off very strong, just the control got away from him.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we talked about earlier we saw him close 2 times, but both those times he was pitching under 20 pitches. And what would it look like when he had to pitch 40, 50, 80, and we saw today what it could look like, but a lot of those points were on errors, as you said.
This is called a strike to Archer Torre, his first pitch he sees after reaching on an error in that 3rd inning. 3 errors in that 3rd for Hedgesville. Torre pops this one up, and quickly, Campanelli is going to be able to get out of the 4th inning as Jefferson goes down. And just like that, we move to the bottom of the 4th. Still 8-0 Jefferson. We'll come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10 after the 60-second break.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion. If you've been hurt in a car accident, time is critical. You've got car repairs, legal deadlines, and medical treatment that can't wait. The sooner you call Mansion Injury Law, the sooner we can help you. Because memories fade, evidence gets lost, and photos can't be retaken. You only get one chance. Let us help you make things right. Get more with Mansion. Call 1-800-557-4LAW.
The bottom of the 4th on TV 10 is brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com. Jackson Bush, only 6 pitches to his name so far, and only 2 for Campanelli on the other side for Hedgesville. So fresh starts for our pitchers, but it's not a fresh start on the scoreboard. Hedgesville has 8 runs to make up
Now
in just 3 innings.
Number 21,
and if Jefferson puts
Burns.
up 2 more runs on the board, they'll have less than that to work with. Well, we're back at the top with Jacob Burns, who struck out swinging in the 1st inning to lead off for Hedgesville. Next one. Ball 2. Isaiah, you made a nice point as we were going out of the last inning. Jefferson switching things up on the mound, trying to give Hedgesville a different look.
Yeah, making a little adjustment going with the left-handed pitcher here. Just throwing something a little different out of Hedgesville. Being up 8, you might as well change up the game a little bit and give them different looks.
2-1. Burns. A little half swing at this one. It's fouled away. For strike 2. We'll have to see if, I believe Craze can re-enter since he was only at 40 pitches. See if they go back to him at any point, or if they let Bush, if he's successful, ride this one out as it's fouled just barely over into the Jefferson dugout. Bush winds and fires. This is going to bounce for ball 3. And and now gets to go down to first base.
Now batting number 27, Bo Stoll.
Hedgesville once again will try to get something going after a leadoff walk. Bowen Stoll did single in his first at-bat. This bounces and Craze can't get it into the glove, and it gets away from him. He couldn't find it for a couple seconds. Burns makes his way to second.
Yeah, this is exactly what Hedgesville needs to get the ball rolling a little bit, get a runner in scoring possession with no outs on. Take advantage of this situation.
Like Ethan said earlier, it's not going to all come back in one swing. Stoll tried to get 2 runs in one swing, but he's underneath of it for a pop-up, and that's the first out.
Now batting number 17, Henry Stopp.
Stopp will come to the plate, has a chance to redeem himself after losing control on the mound in the 3rd inning. He can cut back into this lead. Saw early on against Jefferson in that first game, they pitched around Stopp as much as they could. Big cut at this one. We did see Jace Brown in particular for Martinsburg, or for South Berkeley, it was Bo Burkhart, and their pitchers in general were able to keep Stopp off balance with off-speed pitches. He swung through one to start this at-bat, but looks at a ball to follow, makes it 1-1. Nothing doing on the throw to second. Bush, 1-1. That did curve inside. Stopp fouls it off of himself around the knee. That's got to hurt. Craze will walk the ball over to his pitcher as courtesy. Stopp seems okay. He's going to tough it out at least. And they need him from the 3 spot in the order. The 1-2. Curveball. Just off the corner. Making it 2-2. Bush will rock and fire. And Stopp gets a hold of this one. It's deep and off the fence. He's got extra bases. A double clutch in left field is going to mean there's not nearly enough time to throw home. Burns puts one up on the board for Hedgesville. It's 8-1.
Number 78,
Henry Stopp, RBI double.
And there's the energy that we were talking about. You can hear the crowd get into it a little more, and got another runner in scoring position here. Just the energy boost for Hedgesville here.
Yeah, they have a crowd behind them. Their home field. We'll have a pitching mound visit here as Hedgesville wants to get back in this one to try to continue the success that this age group, these group of guys have had together. On the back of this press box, when you're here at the field at Cooper Field, you can see the 2024 8-10 All-Star team was state champions. And a lot of that group is made up of these guys right here. After the mound visit, Braxton Whittington will step in. Grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat. Whittington checks his swing. They'll check down to first base. He didn't go. .21 pitches now for Bush. 15 in the inning. Whittington on the ground to short. Paxton Thomas looks back, stop to second, throw to first in time.
It was a good check by Thomas there to keep Stopp on second, and then advance it over to first and get the out. Now has 2 outs with a runner on second.
Brings up Noah Myers, who did lead off the second inning
number 5
with a single.
Noah Myers.
That was that infield single over to Blair at third base. Myers, big cut at this one. Strike one. It was the fastballs of Connor Craze that Myers was having trouble catching up with last time. Bush going more off speed with him this time, and it's 0-2. Bush will ready. Myers hits this one. It's in fair territory. Beckett Mason makes the tag as he gets it while Myers goes by him. And that's your third out. So Hedgesville does add one off the bat of Henry Staub, an RBI double, making it 8-1, but they still trail by 7 as we go to inning number 5. We'll take 60 seconds and come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We move to the top of the 5th inning here on TV 10. It's brought to you by CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, all in one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue. CMA, where owners just care more. Jackson Campanelli back onto the mound. Jefferson trying to add on to this 8-1 lead here against Hedgesville. Dylan Bishop, Ethan Elliott, Isaiah Horner with you on the call for TV 10, WRNR TV on
Now
YouTube.
batting, number
Tyler
21,
Strine behind the TV 10
Henry
camera.
Solich.
Back in the studio, Kyler High and Brady Masters. It's the final game of this 2026 District 6 Area 1 tournament for the 10-12 Little League All-Stars. Henry Solich hits this one to left field. Coming in and grabbing it is Braxton Winnington to make a quick out number 1 here in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, anytime you can start the inning throwing by one pitch and getting one out, you'll take it.
100%. Campanelli's gotten himself 2 outs on his first 3 pitches. He did just quick work to get the last out of the 4th. He'll throw a ball to start Paxton Thomas, who is 0 for 1. Flew out to right field in the first and walked and eventually scored in the 3rd. Strike is called here, making it 1-1. Campanelli winds and throws. Strike 2. I don't know if Thomas has liked either of the last 2 strike calls, but they are very close ones. Just haven't taken the bat off the shoulder. Here's 1-2. That breaks too far. Bounces for ball 2. Thomas lines this one into center field, and coming in for it is Harper. He lets it get past his glove all the way to the wall, and right fielder Stoll has to go get it. Thomas gets all the way to third base. Harper just misplayed that one.
Yeah, good base running right there from Thomas to see that the outfield lost the ball. His speed helps him right there. Good heads-up play.
Brings up Connor Craze. You could call that a single and 2 bases on an error. That was going to land in regardless, but Harper tried to get it on the hop, and it missed his glove. Here's a strike to follow. Campanelli is 1-1. Praise will watch it bounce just in front of the plate for ball 2. And that 2-1, a little high, ball 3. It's the top of the order for Jefferson. 2-hitter right now. Craze with your leadoff hitter on third, and Craze is going to drive him in from third as he gets a base hit over to left. Make it 9-1 as Thomas crosses home. It's a nice piece of hitting there from Jefferson.
Now batting.
Got out ahead of the ball there and sent a nice shot to left field to get Thomas in to put 9 on the board.
And Mason, deja vu. He'll go to almost the exact same spot for a single of his own.
Now batting number 14.
Just like that, as runners on first and second again. And if these runners come home to score, Hedgesville will be down to their last 3 outs in the bottom of the inning. Bush lines it over, it hops past the glove of Parker Markley, bounces off of him as he had a hard time judging how that one was going to land. Runners move up 60 feet, loads the bases with 1 out.
Now batting number 6, Blake Price.
Blake Price popped up to first base in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third. He starts with a big cut. Got a piece of it for a foul ball. Campanelli winds, and the pitch. This is hit very far by Price, and it hits off the wall. 1 run in. 2 runs will come in as the throw to second wasn't going to quite be in time to get Bush. Staub has nowhere to go with it. It's 11-1 Jefferson.
That ball looked like it was going to take a ride over the yellow top part of that fence, but it stayed in. Runners kept moving for Jefferson and get the 10-run lead right now.
And now Mumal is first pitch swinging. Staub comes in for it, but a little slow getting to it means that he's not going to even try to throw it to first. No play. It's an infield single, and the bases are loaded again.
Blair.
Jefferson's making really good contact right now in the baseball, and it's leading to runs. It's leading to players on base. So let's see if Hedgesville can get it under control here.
Asher Blair. Clearly, there's been a directive from Jefferson's coaching staff. They're throwing strikes. Swing at it. A lot of first pitch swinging.
And earlier we saw the opposite with he's not throwing strikes, so let's bunt. And
yeah. Player will foul off the next one. Blair, 1 for 2, singled in the third. he's got a chance to do some damage. Blair checks his swing. This one comes up high. Able to keep that bat from going around. Next pitch. Blair misses that one. Strike 3. He goes down. And that's huge for Campanelli.
Now batting number 9, Cameron Anders.
Anders back up. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. End the inning with a force and any base now. And there's a strike. And it makes it all the more consequential that we're now in 10-run rule territory. Hedgesville down to the last 3 outs. Unless they can get 1 run in the next half inning. Unless more score here, then they have to do more work. But Murphy, nope, gets it over to second base in time for the force, leaving the bases loaded. And with that, we'll go to the bottom of the inning here as Jefferson now leads by 10. Head to the 60 seconds. We'll come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Back for the bottom of the 5th here on TV 10, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. And that's a good reminder to me to let the audience know that our scheduled post-14 Legion game tomorrow night has been canceled. Tripp texted me yesterday letting me know that because they don't have enough players available, which tends to happen through the summer ball season.
Number 11,
tomorrow is just one of those games that is a victim of not enough available players.
Dylan, you don't want to suit up for post 14, and I'm sure they could use you on the mound.
It's an under-19 league, Ethan. I can't quite make that anymore. Ball 1. I know. I'm just a year out. You know.
Yeah.
I just barely missed the threshold. Bush will start off 1-1, a ball and a strike to Braylon Harper. Harper on the ground, the shortstop to Paxton Thomas. Harper really hustling down the line, but still not quite in time.
Now batting.
So that's
number
1
3,
down.
Jackson Campanelli.
Hedgesville, if they can't score, they are down to just 2 outs. This one bounces over the head of the catcher. A wild pitch. Bases were empty, luckily enough for Bush. It's 1-0. Campanelli hits this one well, but it hooks foul over down the left field line. After Campanelli, it'll be Kaplan. trying to keep things going for Hedgesville. Here's your 1-1. Campanelli watches it high for ball 2. The windup and the pitch inside, ball 2. Bush really let that one get away from him. Next one, Bush. He's able to get that one over the zone. Off pitch. That's low, ball 4.
Now batting number 1, J.P. Kaplan.
Kaplan gets to come up with 1 on and 1 out. Ball 1. Maybe it's just me, but if I were Jackson Bush on the mound, I'd be telling my teammate in there, yelling, "Let's go, Jackson," as I pitched. I'd be like, "Don't do that as I pitch, man." That would throw me off on the mound. This is hit in the left field for a base hit. Put 2 on for Hedgesville.
Now batting number 24, Bryce Murphy.
Bryce Murphy next up. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Hedgesville only needs 1 run on the board to stay alive for the 6th inning. Bush's first pitch. Breaks onto the outside corner for a strike. Next one inside, making it 1-1. Bush fires, and that's strike 2. Murphy shaking his head. That looked like it was on the outside corner. He can't let it affect him, though. It's 1-2. He stabs at this one, and it lands. Down for a base hit. Campanelli, though, had to wait to see if it would fall, so he can only make it to third base.
Now batting number 2, Parker Markley.
Hedgesville's bottom half of the order able to get to Bush a little bit here.
Yeah, enough for a mound visit.
It's 11-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Dylan Bishop here with you on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, alongside me, Ethan Elliott and Isaiah Horner on the call. Tyler Strine behind the TV 10 camera. Brady Masters and Kyler High back at the studio. 40 pitches in relief for Jackson Bush so far. He came in after 2 2/3 innings from Connor Craze. And Craze had only given up 2 hits and a walk, struck out 3, hadn't given up any runs. Bush has done a good job in relief. He's gotten himself in a jam here, but still through an inning and 2/3 has given up 1 run on 3 hits and 2 walks and a strikeout. Hedgesville can add to that number of runs he's given up here as Parker Markley steps in. Markley will take strike 1. He popped up to first base in his only other at-bat in the 3rd inning. This is out of the zone. Markley lines it over to second. Diving stop by Solich. Not in time at second base. And Hedgesville will see the 6th inning. Run scores, making it 11-2.
Now batting number 10, Colton Colton Wilson.
And that was a tough play for Solich, or Mumal, to try to make over there. Got it into the glove. That was the impressive part. It at least kept a second run from scoring. And I do think that's going to end the stint on the mound for Jackson Bush. He'll switch gloves to seemingly go back to first base, and Miles Mumal, who just made that nice play to keep it from the outfield, will be the next one to pitch. Let's take 60 seconds while he warms up. Come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds?
I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck.
Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurting almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Miles Mumal will take over on the mound for Jefferson, as the game is now 11-2. Jefferson tries to move on to the district tournament, joining Martinsburg from the area champions after they lost that championship game on Saturday to drop down to this game. That was after they had defeated Hedgesville 10-2 in the first game that these two played against each other. Hedgesville dropped down to having to play South Berkeley, and it was a convincing win for Hedgesville to be able to move on to today here against Jefferson. But it's been domination. Hedgesville has themselves a shot here. The bases are loaded with just one out. Mumal, this is lined over to Thomas, who catches it, nearly steps on the bag before Murphy can get back to second for a double play, but regardless, nice play for out number 2. And that was nearly a crazy break for Jefferson.
Colton, hey.
Heads up play by Murphy there to get back to second quickly as well.
Yeah, one little slip there would have been enough to end this inning and strand the bases loaded. Colton Hay swings through this one. That was Colton Wilson lining out. And now this is number 12 in the Hedgesville order. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Hay, this is a pass ball. It's going to get to the backstop, sliding home, making it 11-3 is J.P. Kaplan.
Yeah, we've seen our fair share of pass balls this evening, and you don't know if it's maybe the all-turf infield that's maybe skips the ball a little quicker than dirt would, but a lot of pass balls today.
That could be it. And these Little League kids, they're not always going to be playing on turf. Here's a strike in again here to Hay. It's 11-3. Still an 8-run lead for Jefferson. They've lost the potential to cut this off at the 5th inning with a 10-run rule. But they keep it at 8. As strike 3 is called, Hay watches it go and is down on strikes. Mumal comes in relief, gets 2 straight outs. And now we'll go to the 6th inning. It's 11-3. Jefferson, they'll have one last shot to add on some runs. Hedgesville needing to mount a Herculean effort to get back into this one. Let's take 60, come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
My kids. You know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
We're back for the top of the sixth inning, brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, it's an 11-3 lead for Jefferson. As we enter the last inning, potentially, this District 6 Area 1 double elimination tournament, barring a miraculous comeback by Hedgesville. It'll just be 3 more outs for Jefferson to clinch a spot in the district tournament. Trying to go back-to-back as state champions.
Now batting, number 29, Wyatt Horn.
The defending 10-12 state champions versus the 2024 8-10 state champions. Jefferson and Hedgesville. Horn, first pitch swinging, and it's right back to Campanelli. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Campanelli must like to start the inning off like that. That's back-to-back innings. He's thrown 1 pitch and got the first out.
Levi Jones.
He's been pitching to contact pretty well. Gave up a few runs to extend the lead for Jefferson last inning. 3 runs credited to Campanelli. 8 credited to Henry Stopp, but only 5 earned runs given credited to the Hedgesville starters, Hedgesville pitchers in general. Levi Jones takes the 1-0 for strike 1. Jones 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. This one just barely misses, ball 2. Next pitch hits the outside corner. It's 2-2. Campanelli gets Jones the chase. Strike 3.
Exactly the start you want if you're Hedgesville. Now you just want to get this quick out and hopefully get the bats rolling as you need to make this comeback.
Hey guys, Campanelli, and not pitching with a whole lot of power the way that Stopp was, but different approach, still looking pretty effective. As Archer Torre steps up, takes ball 1. Torre, if the inning continues, it'll go to number 12 in the order, Solich. 1-0 cross, making it 1-1. Harper's back at shortstop for Hedgesville. Stoff back over to first as Torre fouls this one over, and a nice barehanded snag in the to move on to the district tournament. We'll take 60. Come back with more Little League Baseball on TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
11-3 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. On TV 10, the bottom of the 6th is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you, and if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com.
Number 21, Jacob
Hedgesville's
Burns.
last hope will start with the top of the order. Burns, Stowell, and Staub. And it'll be against Miles Mumal, who sent down 2 in a row very quickly when he came in relief in the 5th. First pitch way high for ball 1. Burns 0 for 1, strikeout and a walk. Next pitch, Burns gears up for it, lets it go a little high.
Kreese is doing his best shadowing there to try and get a strike out of the umpire, but didn't work that time.
2-0. That's taken for a strike. Kreese is going to do a good job trying to frame those on the corners. He's gotten a couple calls to go his way as a result through this tournament. Burns on the ground over towards third. Blair throws in time, says the first base umpire. Bush had to stretch out for it.
Now batting, number 27, Bo Stoll.
Bowen Stoll is 1 for 2 with a single in the first and a pop-up in the 4th. Takes a big hack at that one. Can't hit it. It's 0-1. You can feel the desperation in every swing here for Hedgesville, as they have 2 outs to make up 8 runs. The next pitch is out of the zone. Mumal. The 1-1. Stowe fouls it back. Strike 2 to him. Wind in the fire. Stoll ducks down out of the way of that one. With pitching change, Henry Solich has moved out to second. Bush is back over at first. Stowell right back off the glove of Mumal, but Paxton Thomas quick to it from short. Nice play for the second out.
Now batting, number 17, Henry Stop.
Jefferson just seems like they're in a groove today.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, Thomas has been great all game, and he's not the only one. Everyone's making plays, and defense is a huge part, especially at this age group, to get wins.
First pitch out of the zone to Stomp. Yeah, Thomas has held it down well at shortstop through this whole weekend. And of course, went 5 2/3 innings pitching against Hedgesville first time around. Stomp fouls this one away. Ethan off the air nearly called that Paxton Thomas would get, or he did call that Paxton Thomas would, his 6th inning would be 2 pitches, 2 outs. He just didn't have a third pitch left available. He was right at 85 and had to come out of the game. Stomp hits this one well. not well enough. It goes right to Paxton Thomas at shortstop. The pop-up is the third out, and Jefferson beats Hedgesville to move on to the district tournament. 11-3 in 6 innings. Jefferson fell to Martinsburg 4-1 in the championship, and they dropped down and they redeemed themselves with another win over Hedgesville in definitive fashion. With that, we'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with a post-game wrap-up. Here on the other side of this is Little League Baseball on TV 10, back in 2 minutes.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds?
I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck.
Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes.
And distracted driving is getting even worse.
I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving.
Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents.
Hurt in almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
The post-game show on TV 10 is brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean and comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. I finally feel comfortable saying that the weather lucked out in our favor, and we were able to get this one in. Not have to push the tournament back a day. And this one ends with Jefferson taking down Hedgesville to move on to the district tournament as the Area 1 runners-up, 11-3. Dylan Bishop, Ethan Elliott, Isaiah Horner with you on the call. Kyler High, Brady Masters back in the studio, Tyler Strine behind the camera. And, guys, this started off a lot different than it ended. First 2 innings, it was a pitcher's duel. Henry Staub just kind of lost control as he went into that 3rd inning. 8 runs on the board for Jefferson, and it was domination on that end from there.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't pull stop earlier. They let in my opinion, they let the bleeding get to too much. Maybe take him out when it's 0-4, but when it gets to 0-8, it's a little too late then, in my opinion, and I think that would have been a big difference if a replacement would have came in earlier.
Yeah, that seemed to be where things got away, and Isaiah on the other side of things, though. Jefferson got some good pitching from a number of different guys. Started with Craze, went to Bush, Mumoff, closed it out, and then the bats were alive for them as well.
Yeah, in the 3rd inning, obviously that's when they poured 8 runs on the board, and a lot of it I think was credit due to the coaching staff for Jefferson on noticing that they were just bunting. They squeeze bunted 2 or 3 times to get a run in, and that's impressive to do. They did it with bases loaded, runners on 2nd and 3rd, runners on 1st and 2nd, you name it. They were bunting and getting runs in, and then that took whatever they could do to get them in.
It was an 8-run 3rd inning for Jefferson. Took that 8-0 lead in the top of the 3rd. Hedgesville was able to come back with 1 of their own before Jefferson eventually opened it up with 3 more runs in the 5th inning, making it 11-1, close to closing out a 10-run rule victory in 5, but Hedgesville came back with 2 in the bottom of the 5th, but that's all that they could muster making the final score of 11-3. Our game scoring summary brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg. We're about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com. We'll get you some stats from this one. Connor Craze on the mound went 2 2/3, gave up no runs on just 2 hits and a walk and 3 strikeouts. They took him out after 40 pitches, and then went to Jackson Bush for an inning and 2/3. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks as well, just struck out 1. And then Miles Mumaw was able to close it out in an inning and 2/3, gave up no hits, no walks, only struck out 1, but he closed it out very well, pitching to contact. They being Jefferson, got themselves a 2-for-3 day with 2 RBIs from Craze at the plate. RBI double from Blake Price as well. A lot of these runs today were unearned. Henry Staub on the mound gave up 8, but I have him down as just having 3 that were earned. And Jackson Campanelli, after those 3 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 4 hits. Staub walked 4, gave up 3 hits, struck out 5. Looking through here, if anybody else I should shout out for their performance today. You had a walk drawn by Anders, 1 drawn by Horn as well. A few players reaching on errors, a lot of runs coming across. Craze, Thomas, Mason all scored twice in this one. But overall, it's just a pretty solid team performance for Jefferson. It made it a little hard to pick a player of the game, but we came up with one. But before that, I'll tell you that the game stats were brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners that just care more. And Ethan, Isaiah, I think you were the final call on this one. Player of the game. Go ahead.
I think we'll go with the starting pitcher for Jefferson, Connor Craze, who then ended up finishing the game behind the plate, which shows a lot of confidence in the kid that they can put him anywhere out there in the field and the coaches are comfortable with him being able to make a play.
Absolutely. After he grounded out in the first inning, he had himself an RBI double in the third, an RBI single in the fourth. And like we said, he pitched only 40 pitches, but it was a clean 2 2/3 innings, only gave up a walk and 2 hits. So he made it a strong start for Jefferson. He's the winning pitcher in the end. Player of the game is brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons, and that'll wrap it up here from Cooper Field. That wraps up the area tournament. 5 days. We had a lot of good baseball here, and in the end, it's Martinsburg as the area champions and Jefferson as the area runners-up. They'll both move on to the district tournament at Oatsdale Park next Wednesday and Thursday, July 1st and 2nd. We'll have those for you, a whole tournament on those 2 days. That'll wrap things up. Brady Masters and Kyler High back at the studio. Tyler Strine behind the camera. On the call with me, Isaiah Horner and Ethan Elliott. I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long from Hedgesville as Jefferson gets it done against Hedgesville, moving on to the district tournament. This has been Little League Baseball on TV 10. We'll be back with the district tournament next week. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday night.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.